This will be the February forecast for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. These readings are to give you insights. Let's look here. We have the Fool in Strength showing before I even start. Take note of that for later. These readings are intended to give you insights and perspectives that you might not otherwise have. Hopefully, you will glean some information from this reading that will help you in what is going on in your life. Okay, I can see there may be some things going on emotionally speaking. There's someone emotionally strong around you, and there may be a situation where you feel trapped. That can be stress-inducing. There's our Fool and King of Cups again. But our Fool and King of Cups are telling me that you might be going into a new phase and that you are dealing with some emotional maturity here. So let's see what we get. There's possibly some news coming in for you soon. And I think you are in the Fool situation here, which means that you're starting some new adventure. And there also might be around you another earth sign, King of Pentacles. This could be your energy. So that is kind of giving me the clue that the Fool is indeed you. Let's see what we can glean on the next split before I actually start the reading. So our King of Pentacles is working on making a plan come together. It could be on hold. Okay, the next one, we will go ahead and cut the cards for the layout. So, for Taurus, what is the heart of the matter? Page of Swords. The Page of Swords with Fool energy that I saw at the base, and we see the Five of Wands. You may be learning something new. The Page of Swords with the Five of Wands at the base of the reading may show that there is some strife going on in a situation where there is someone who is learning new skills. This could also be a person around you who is annoying because they might be a beginner. It might be you learning again. It's an intelligent individual, but at the stage of their development, they might be saying things that they don't quite understand the reason for, and so that can be causing some of this strife. So let's see what... So crossing the Page of Swords is the Nine of Pentacles. The Nine of Pentacles is an independent earth energy, so this could be you. This is a self-made person. They have abundance. So let's see what is at the base, what is underlying this. There is some healing that is taking place, and at least you are moving out of a situation that you have found painful. So let's see what's going on in the past. Well, there's our King of Pentacles. This is your energy, or if this is you, you may be moving out of a painful situation, or this may be someone around you. In coming into your consciousness is the Six of Pentacles. This is a state of balance. It is a good state of material plenty, harmony, and balance, the ability to give and to receive. Let's see what's coming up in the near future. The Nine of Cups is showing emotional wishes fulfilled. It is almost the Ten of Cups, which is emotional bliss, but something has turned much for the better. So that's what we see, that you were moving away from something and into a state of greater balance, and then this situation here. So your energy, Taurus, right now, I believe you may be mourning. That was the feeling that I was kind of getting with the King of Pentacles here. I think, however, there could be other types of sadness that are associated with this. But the Six of Swords and Five of Cups are showing me that you have had some loss, that you experienced it. It's an emotional sense of loss here. And the Five of Cups is a card that I look at as this is the point at which you are noticing the cups that have not yet spilled, because this card takes a little bit of a different approach from the traditional image, in that the individual who is seeing the cups, that is not really paying that much attention to these cups that have spilled, but is noticing that the fourth of the Five Cups, they're pulling back the energy to them. They understand that these cups are either lost and they can grieve their loss, or in some cases the emotions that they left behind were no longer serving them, and maybe they have healed from old wounds that are behind these emotions, but that all is not lost. And you see the moon reflected in this pool, and that is the clue to me that the individual has gone deep inside, and you are in a moment of contemplating what you have lost and what you're grieving for. Let's see what the environment is. There's the Eight of Swords that we saw in the split. The Eight of Swords and the Six of Swords, this is a situation, you're in an environment where, although you're moving away from this pain, you still feel a bit trapped. Now, I don't know what the source is of the pain. Again, it seems like it's related to another earth sign, the King of Pentacles, perhaps. Or it could be the Nine of Pentacles. So this could actually be a couple. I don't know for sure. That just came to me. But in your current environment, you are hung up on thoughts. The person in the mirror is what the person who is looking in the mirror is seeing, and that is the clue to me that the thoughts that are going through your mind are counterproductive. This is a state of which you really, if you simply look at it in a different perspective, if we turn that upside down, we see that the individual is not in that situation. So this is mental distress is how I would put it. That's how it feels, in a state of mental distress. So let's see what your hopes and fears are. You're looking for the truth of the situation. The King of Swords has the ability to help you with that. This could be an individual that you are seeking, and this could also be a person that you are wishing for. And the King of Swords is truth and authority. They have a keen intellect, and they have a great deal of power and discipline. And it could be that you are seeking that kind of power and discipline yourself to get a grip on the situation, since it's the swords that are involved here. Let's see what the outcome is currently. And there's the Seven of Pentacles. What this tells me in this position is that it is a time to take stock, to make a pause in things that you are working on, because there's obviously a need here for you to find you were getting in a balanced state, but you're stuck. So to get this balance, the Six of Pentacles, Seven of Pentacles, the progression of this. But what you may need to do is to go and look at the things that you are doing in your life, because you might have overextended yourself. There could be a situation where you've got yourself stressed out, whatever it may be, and it could be a situation with people around you. Something might be on your mind. Some things that have occurred have you grieving or sad. So this is time to take stock. And this talks about domestic life as well as material wealth and physical, comforts. So whatever this is, it's time you're going to get a perspective on the things that you have going on in your life. And you will be able to look at them and examine them and see what is going on. And let's see at the bottom. And what you're trying to get through is this. There may be too much going on, and that's where the Page of Swords might be coming in. I'm going to put this card right here, because I think it's important, since it came up in the split. There is a lot of Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. There's a lot of fire energy around you, and some of that may be partially responsible for the chaos, because there's a lot. The Emperor would seem to tell me that there is possibly some stability there, but we also have the Knight of Wands and the King of Wands, and we have the Magician behind that, and the World. So a lot of things have been happening. So I'm gonna have a look at this. Let's see. There has been healing happening, and the Moon tells me that some things that were hidden may no longer be hidden. But there were some things that were hidden you did not know, and this is in the past. There has been healing and there's hope. And the Nine of Cups and the Star are related because the Star is a wishes fulfilled. So this is healing and hope and moving in a new direction. The Eight of Wands is related to the Five of Wands in that there was a lot going on. There was a heck of a lot going on in your past. And at this point, we had, in the past, things changed. This was a cycle that is closing. I get the feeling from the Fool cards that we see that there is a new cycle beginning, but it is not quite yet begun. But the World is where things changed for you in a different way. And so let's look at these 4 cards here, because this might hold the key to your distress. There is, like I said, there is a lot of fire energy here. There's an Emperor energy. So someone very strong around you may be controlling things. Now, I don't know if this is at work or in your family, but there's Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. And the Sagittarius energy can often be this kind of energy, rather chaotic and running off in different directions. So it could be that there's simply an imbalance. And I sort of think that in the past reading, I talked about the same card, the Five of Wands. It showed up in a lot. But the Magician card here behind this, there is a possibility that there's also a Gemini and a very strong Gemini. So the people around you may be the source of the stress, but it could simply be that you experienced a loss. And so we also see here, you have felt yourself defending what you have been doing. And so the 7 and 8 of Wands kind of belong there. But there has been strength at the base, another Leo. So I'm thinking that this King of Wands might be someone that you know. I get a feeling that this Leo, King of Wands, is related to the Strength card here, not just because of the association of the 2 cards with Leo. However, if you have a Leo around you, this may be, actually I will put that here. So these are the Aries energy and the Sagittarius or Aries energy, this other fire energy, I think is related to the situation. And so they are going to get put over here. Now, what I need to know, and I'll put our Magician right here, what I need to know is what is the Magician, and what is that energy? Is that a Gemini around you? And let's see if we can pull a card on that. But wait, not with this deck. We'll be with this deck. So who is the Magician? Tell me more about the Magician here for Taurus. What is the Magician doing? What is the Magician? Oh, okay. Lovers. That's interesting. That is telling me that you have possibly an intimate connection with the Gemini in the picture. I will let you draw your conclusion from that. So let's see what is coming up next in the future. The Page of Pentacles. Now I think this is heading the right direction because this is earth energy. Things are in a bit of a little bit of a mess here. But the Page of Pentacles is kind of like the Page of Swords in that it's page energy. And there is a great deal of excitement and innovative energy with this. The thing about the Page of Pentacles is that this is a grounded person. They're youthful and they have great ideas. This can be something that you can use the Page of Pentacles energy to take stock of what's going on. And let's see what else. The Knight of Pentacles. So things are going to become more stable. And I think that might be one of your main concerns that might be causing you this stress, because this instability is, I think, what is doing your head in. So one more card from the top. And there is entirely possibly a Capricorn around you, more earth energy, but this could also be some toxic person in the mix. So I don't know if that's one of the fire signs. So there could be a need to take stock of the people that you're associating with too. And the King of Swords can help you do that because there is a great deal of discernment that is possible there. So is there one more card for Taurus? Is there something else that we need to tell Taurus? Yes. The Queen of Cups. And let's see, and Temperance. So balance and emotional balance is how I'm reading this. There is going to be an opportunity to emotionally balance. And this is showing the Eight of Pentacles and Five of Swords underneath it. But here's what you're looking for. So the emotional balance, this Five of Swords is strife and it's conflict. And it is connected with the Five of Wands here. And this is what you really want. And this is what you've had and you have been aiming for. This is really one of your desires. That this is, what is happening is that the Eight of Pentacles and the Five of Swords, these feel like there is a progression. The Eight of Pentacles will be the thing that will happen after you have sorted through what is the scope of things that are going on in your life, and you've sorted them out. You will know which to keep and which to discard. And then you'll be able to go into this mode, which is really working on the future. So I'm going to put this right here. And this will pass because you have the advice here. And now I would say that you could look at the Temperance card as an individual who's also a Sagittarius. So perhaps this will tell you something more. Maybe the Sagittarius isn't the one. Maybe there is an Emperor who is too strong and imbalanced. Or maybe it's to do with the emotional situation with the Magician. Someone is maybe trying to manipulate you here. And so this might be the clue that what you're going to need to do is go deep into your emotional base. And the energy of the Queen of Cups is going to be able to find you the intuitive power. This could be someone around you. This could be a wise counsel, a trusted advisor. But they are compassionate and they are intuitive. If that's part of your chart, you can also call upon that. So it's a combination of knowing what is real, the discernment that you need to cull things out of your life that don't suit you, and to get the healing that's available by going into, we know that you're headed out of the pain, and what you should be thinking about heading for is this balance and this emotional healing that's available, and the people around you who you can trust to take your worries to. It feels to me like a family situation, but the general feeling is you are on the way into a new cycle, and you may be trying to get closure on an old cycle. And in order to do that, you will need to go through the process of the grief and the moon. There may still be things that are hidden, that are emotional depths. That's often a card of Pisces, so it could be a Pisces individual as well. But in the realm of the emotional is where this is feeling. The emotional situation will take discernment and compassion to yourself, self-compassion, to get past the point where you're feeling like you're trapped, to go through your grief. It's a process. It takes its own time. Whatever you're grieving, you will work through that. You do have a good deal of power here. And the Capricorn, if this is Capricorn, this does not have to be a toxic situation. A Capricorn is a great planner. If you have Capricorn in your chart, this can help you to move the situation to that Ten of Pentacles, the happy home and the stable home. With that, I will leave it there. If you enjoyed this reading, please click like. If it helped you or it gave you a perspective or you have something to say about it, I invite you to comment. And if you come and visit my readings frequently, please subscribe. Thank you very much.